Hey, it's Dr. James. Thank you and good evening. I want to shoot this video real quick before we all, how should we say, retire for the evening. And this comes on the heel of a great question that came in just this morning. One of our new community members was watching one of the videos that we did on a morning practice about how do you actually set the tone for a great day. And his question was brilliant. It was basically the idea that, all right, so I understand the power of the morning. Is there something about the evening that can help me to end my day on a high note? He expressed how he tends to feel stressed and burnt out and like he didn't do enough. And if you ever find yourself in a place finishing your day and you say, gosh, you know what? Not enough time, not enough energy. I didn't get all that I needed to get done. And we carry a lot of heaviness and stress into our evening, and that can affect our sleep. It can affect how when we get home, when we're around loved ones or our pets or just on our own, how do we actually treat ourselves based on how we carry a day into our evening that wasn't such an awesome day? Well, I'm a big fan of the idea of a bookend, and I've been practicing this for the last several years, and it's kind of in a way of actually tying up the day and putting a bookend to kind of separate the time that you are the human doing all day long to help you transition and being a more happy, balanced human being. So these are 5 questions that I ask myself every evening as I close out my day. And what's beautiful about this, if you do these 5 questions and answer them thoughtfully, I promise you, you're going to feel more peace, you're going to feel happier, more grateful, and I bet you're even going to sleep better knowing that you know what? You remember how good you really are. And this is like the big epidemic, I think, in our society is that, first of all, we're never going to get it all done. And when you think about your emails and your task list and your to-do list and kids' soccer and your home details and all the different things, you realize that you're never going to get it all done. And as soon as you give yourself permission to really own that truth and do what you can do very well and reflect on what you did do extremely well, oh my goodness, it allows you to bring more peace and more balance. And I'm going to really share with you that the whole idea of the human practice, if you will, is about learning how you can fall in love with the idea of self-care through a standpoint of really caring for your mind and giving yourself permission to realize that being a student of your great life is a practice, has nothing to do with perfection. So we're not going to get it all done, but let's do what we can do very, very well. So here are the 5 questions. Number 1, who did I help today? This is a question that I love to answer because of 2 things. Number 1, it encourages me to help someone. And number 2, it helps me bring a sense of gratitude. It makes me feel good about the things that I can do that are bigger than myself. I think that when you get in a place where you have this task list or to-do list, it's all about just getting things done with your work or your home or your family in ways that are more about just the duty. This is a way that helps you kind of leverage and elevate yourself into a place where I love to call it high service can happen, where you're just helping someone else. And think about that person you helped today and just give yourself a good for you. Because studies show that your immune system and your confidence and your sense of peace all are buoyed through just remembering of the good that you did, no matter how small that practice was. So think about that. That's question number 1. Number 2, how much time did I dedicate to creating and leveraging my gifts and my talents? The best studies coming out of the University of Pennsylvania speak to the people who are happiest, most peaceful, are the ones who dedicate some time every single day to leveraging their special gifts and their talents. And before you go down the path and say, I don't have any special gifts or talents, I'm going to challenge you because I know you do. We all do. And they may not seem really significant. They could be something as simple as, I'm really, really good at getting to work on time. That's my secret talent. I'm always punctual. It could be something a little bit more exciting like, I have secret ways of actually making sure that people know that I'm really present and really focused and listening. That's my secret talent. Or, you know what? You're just a great inspirator. You're a great motivator. You're a great leader. Whatever it is that you do really, really well and it's something you take great pride in, give yourself permission to answer this question. How much time do you dedicate to that? And if you see that you're falling short or really not giving yourself permission to leverage and express your special gift and talent, look for ways tomorrow through assessing today how you can improve upon that. It'll augment your happiness. Number 3, did I move closer to any of my big goals in life? This one's great because for a lot of people, you'll find yourself going, well, I don't have time to work on my great big goals. I just got to survive the day. I just have to get through the day. And I can really appreciate that. If you're living a big life, you've got a lot of things going on, and your great big goals may find themselves just kind of being displaced or pushed to the side, and you try to tackle them on the weekend. But here's what I want you to know. The greatest people in terms of success and fulfillment, people who achieve great things in their life, they didn't do this because they had all day long to work on these things. What they typically did, they carved out 5, 10, 30 minutes every single day and just dedicated to doing a little bit every single day to moving themselves towards their great big goals. And maybe 6, 7, 20 years later, they achieved them because they had the tenacity and the grit to move towards those. So I want you to think about a great big goal that you have in your life right now. And think about how it is that tomorrow, when you ask this question tomorrow night, you can say, you know what? This is what I did to move towards that goal. I promise you it'll give you greater peace. It'll give you a sense of gratitude about who you are and what you're capable of achieving. It'll give you a great sense of hope and faith in yourself. Number 4, how much time did I dedicate towards my self-care? I love this one because this is about, did you create time to exercise? Did you create time to mindfully put food into your body and your brain that gave you a great ROI, a return on intention, when your intention was to have more energy and more focus and more presence? So how was your diet in terms of relating back to and supporting your loving self-care? Were you able to steer away from the foods and the practices such as gossip and judgment and fault finding towards yourself or others that keep you from feeling good about yourself and augmenting your self-care? These are great, great questions because it'll help you to say, okay, here's an area I can improve upon, or, oh my gosh, I nailed this one today. So you have a sense of great pride in yourself and what you accomplished today. Number 5, what am I most grateful about today? What was the greatest experience I have that brings me gratitude today? This is the ultimate closing question. Because when we give ourselves permission to see where we're most grateful and what we did that brought us the most sense of gratitude, this sets a chemical exchange, if you will. And science tells us that gratitude is one of the greatest elixirs for the most peaceful evening, deep sleep, and also a great catalyst we can have the following day to do things at a phenomenal level, a world-class level of performance and happiness and success and meaning. So let these 5 questions be your bookend. They'll take all of 5 minutes to do. And as you're closing out your desk and you're organizing your papers and you're shutting down your computer, open up your journal and ask those 5 questions of yourself. These 5 questions will bookend, help you to wrap up your day and set a course for the human being that you deserve to be at night, and allow you tomorrow morning when you wake up to be a world-class human doing, a person who accomplishes amazing things and performs at a level of world-class. This is what I hold for you. I appreciate you giving me a few moments tonight. I wish you well. I encourage you to take care of your mind, your body, and your soul with these 5 questions. I wish you well. Good night.